2003.
Oh, it's not sold as expected.
Oh, it's kind of narrative. Joel planned the skiing trip, so it's about everything. Oh. Sounds like the kind of...
Dan, you like to read?
Sounds like the kind of conversation
Yeah.
Mark and I had.
I wouldn't care to bring an actual paperback book, but maybe about half that size. Entering the Mount Adams Wilderness. Trail number 2000, PCT. August 1st, Monday morning. It's going on 9. It's cooler temperatures than what we had last week. Looking forward to that. 8 o'clock, we got picked up at the cafe, garage, whatever, coffee bistro store on the corner in Trout Lake. Me, Catherine, Conrad, Mark, and I think his hiking partner's name's Steve. Different Steve. So, while everybody else was settling into work on Monday morning at 8, we were climbing in a van and heading out hiking. Had 2 days rest and recuperation. Trout Lake, great place. Great little store. Had a room up above the store, the general store. Shared bathroom. Bathtub. Took a bath. It's nice to soak in a hot bath. But dirt cheap, 25 bucks a night. First night stayed in the community park in town because they were booked up, and then the last 2 nights there above the store. Store owners, I think also the mayor. She had a whole bunch of hikers show up last night. She just told them they could camp out in her front yard. The store kind of has like a compound of buildings. So coming up, next section, this section is about 66 miles. I think the Goat Rocks Wilderness is up here, the Goat Rocks area. It's got a little bit of elevation associated with that. It's a pretty day. A few water sources, but I just went ahead and brought 2 liters. So I didn't have to stop at about the 3.5 mile point and filter. And I brought a Mountain Dew. So here's a creek already. I can hear it, at least. Yeah. That's good water. So there we go, Mount Adams Wilderness. I think the last one was Indian Heaven Wilderness, and now the Gifford Pinchot National Forest. So quiet. This one guy was telling me he would, the reason I don't hear so many birds right now is they're not nesting. And when they're nesting, they're all kinds of talk. And he'd been paid to inventory birds that he saw and heard. I said, well, did you see more birds or did you hear more birds? He said by far he heard a lot more birds. I've only got 4 more resupplies. How did that happen? Getting toward the end, kinda. I've got 2 100-mile legs. This one's 66. I still got 2 long legs to do. Suddenly I'm in a burned out section. No idea how old this is. This woods is different. It's all dead. It's not burned. It's just dead. Done about 5 miles. Chewing on a breakfast bar. Having a few sips of water. There's Mount Adams. Mount Adams getting bigger. Hey, you got to keep your eye open. See, it looks like the trail goes straight through here. That's the thick, wide trail, but that's the round the mountain trail. PCT goes north, and there's south, yeah. So I got a left turn here. Head back this way. Round the mountain, I'll just take that to literally mean they go round that mountain. I stay west of it. It's almost a 2,000 foot climb. 1,700, 1,800, something like that. I've done almost all of it. Doesn't feel like it. I was surprised. Maybe it's because it's been gradual for the most part. Yeah, I was talking to a section hiker, well, a local hiker, and there were a couple, and they were saying that there was a fire here last year and one the year before that have burned these trees. If they're that recent, I'm surprised we're walking through it already. Maybe this is the 2-year. There's Mount Adams. According to our van driver this morning, he said that he says you can see people skiing. They walk to the top of that thing. They hike with their skis and then ski down. No ski lifts. So you gotta really want to ski on that thing. It's free, but still. This section is like being in someone's garden. So many flowers. Little pink guys, reddish. More of the pink and red. Tons of pink. Here's the violet ones. Pink. Here's a section of white. More red, pink, white, red, yellow. Just like walking through a garden. Did I mention that I'm hiking next to Mount Adams? Pausing because I have this really nice view looking down into that valley with the meadow, trees. There's a peak that's southwest of me. I don't know it, covered in snow. Just ran into a southbounder named Gypsy Jack, and his dog. He's from Central Oregon. And I think that's No Spoon coming up behind me. Not sure where No Spoon's from, maybe France. That's Mount St. Helens.
Because the PCT just go around. Yeah, that's that. And at the beginning it's
And
nice
Mount
because
Rainier.
it's flat and just a big mountain, but at the end, after 3.
This creek is cloudy, like it's from glacier runoff. Yeah, every creek I've passed has been clear as a bell, and this one's gray. It's Mount St. Helens, which blew up in 1980. Doesn't have the pointy top that the other mountains around here have. I wonder if this was a safe distance back then. All this pumice left over from thousands or millions of years ago, old lava. This stuff probably came from Mount Adams, which is up behind me over my shoulder. This is Mount Rainier. Huge mountain. It's northwest of me. I'm pretty sure I'm looking at a glacier on Mount Adams. My maps just don't go that far over to tell me the name. It looks like a huge pile of snow in that valley. Wow, look at these flowers. All in the sunlight, just soaking it up. Soaking up that wonderful sunshine. You guys are doing a good job. You look marvelous. What a beautiful large meadow under Mount Adams. This is Killen Creek, K-I-L-L-E-N. I just loaded up with some cold water, fresh. I loved it right here. Came down to the side of the stream and got plenty of good cold water. Nice waterfall. It's another 5 miles or so until a series of creeks. This one's even got a bridge. That path leads up towards another waterfall. I think there's a section hiker. As I was getting water here, a guy walked up to me and he said, "I'm glad I saw you crossing the Lewis River." The Lewis River is back about 2.5 miles, and it was a tricky crossing. A lot of water coming down one of those big boulder fields that where you have a huge runoff and it just plows all those boulders down. And that's a pretty waterfall. The trail went up along the stream, and I think this is a PCT. No signs. And that didn't look very promising. I looked, there was a lot of footprints heading down the stream, or the river. And then I noticed that that's where there were about a half dozen small trees had been thrown over a narrow part of it. So I went down there. Fortunately, they were a little bit shaky, but got across them all right. Anyways, he said he backtracked once he saw me. He said, I'll just watch this guy in the red shirt, see where he goes. Then I'll know what to do. Boy, I can smell all these flowers. It's really fragrant. So that pond far in the far distance, I guess that stream feeds it. Wow, that's strong. Man, that's beautiful. Make a perfume out of that. Had to check my GPS, make sure, because there's a bunch of trails leading out of one spot. Make sure I'm still on the PCT, and well, there's a sign. Somebody's handmade. Kind of a cool sign. These flies are persistent. Check out that this little meadow that's just bursting with flowers. Look at this. It's a huge bouquet. Red, white, and blue. And yellow. Not exactly blue, but close. First day of August, by the way. August 1st. I suppose it's possible this is my last month on the PCT, depending on how well August goes. This creek is called Muddy Fork. Pretty clear. Not too muddy today. It's about 6:30 at night. There's a series of 3 creeks in a row. I think Catherine and Conrad are going to camp at the 3rd one. And I only see talk of one campsite there, tent site. So I'll probably stay at the middle one. That was the first one. We'll take a look at Gut Hook and see if he has better information on the 3rd one. Well, this stream's really going great guns. It's a lot of water. I'm pretty sure this is melt from Mount Adams. End of the day, all that sun, it's probably up at its max height right now. One more creek, Lava Creek. Turns out that there's room for 5 tents, according to Gut Hooks, at Lava Creek. So I'll mosey on down there. It's going on 8. Sun's still up over there, and I've got water for tomorrow morning. Got my tent set up. Feels a little cool out tonight, so I've got the fly back on the tent. I'm at Lava Spring, and it's a nice, super cold spring that comes out of this huge pile of lava. Hence the name. Lava Spring. 20.6 miles today, I think. Water comes out right there. Right there. And underneath that huge pile. Super cold, wonderful water. There's the sun going down. Still plenty of light though. Trusty tent. Big Agnes. Fly Creek UL2 ultralight 2-person tent. No way, 2 people, 2 adults. It'd be, I don't know, hard to sleep in 2. You'd have to coordinate every time you turn. Catherine and Conrad, I can see him. They're in a tent site up above the spring. And I don't know if they've had dinner yet or got their water or any of that stuff. They got here just before I did. I'd had dinner en route. It's easier when you travel for one. Beautiful day. Hopefully tomorrow. Oh yeah, tomorrow in the forecast that before I left, there was a 50% chance of rain tomorrow. So we'll just see how that goes. Maybe I'll get lucky. It'd be nice. I mean, tonight there's no clouds, so that's a good start. It's not like it's all clouded up on me. And so this is what, you're just surrounded by these pine every night. It's like this.